Are you serious? Are you serious? We have some breaking news. I want to thank Stormy Gordon for this report. I also want to thank Nick of New York, Troy of North Carolina, Rosemary of North Carolina, Reverend Gary, Rita of Oklahoma, Sheila of Alabama, and a lot of folks have been doing some great research. Thank you, Stormy, for this report. Breaking news. North Korea has threatened to attack South Korea. According to the Associated Press, North Korea has threatened today, Tuesday, May the 13th, 2014, to wipe out South Korea's government in a furious response, a day after Seoul, South Korea officials said that North Korea must disappear soon, in an escalation of rhetoric between these two rivals. Now, the North's powerful National Defense Commission called the South Korean comments intolerable and a provocation that showed that South wants to take over the North. South Korea doesn't want to take over the North. South Korea wants to get rid of Kim Jong-un. And by getting rid of Kim Jong-un and that incestuous, satanically led, demonic regime that his grandfather, his father, and himself have been leading, if they could just be eliminated, the North Koreans could probably figure out a way to create a democracy because they're sick and tired of the oppression. It is in a statement carried by state media, North Korea will launch an all-out merciless strike to wipe out every last person in South Korea. In South Korea, President Park and her government is what he's really going after. Now, you know, a couple days ago, Kim Jong-un called the South Korean President Park an old prostitute. And then others in North Korea referred to President Barack Obama as a monkey. So the words is fueling anger, and the anger is fueling potential war. This is some definite saber rattling, but folks, North Korea is really you got a man who's in charge of that country who literally just would feed. He did feed his uncle to the dogs. He executed his aunt and his cousins. I mean, this is not a guy who's playing with a full deck, okay? Seriously, and with all seriousness. This dude's been playing in the video games down in the basement. Now he's playing with the green buttons with nuclear weapons. This is a dangerous situation because you don't know what he might order to be done. And people will do anything if somebody's got a gun to their head. And he's got a gun to a lot of people's heads. And he won't just kill them, he'll kill them and their whole family every time he does it. Or torture people. I mean, and Christians are just being brutalized and tortured in this communist nation of North Korea. Now, there was a response. South Korea Defense Ministry spokesman Kim Min-sok said Monday that North Korea wasn't a real country and existed for the benefit of only one person. Of course, that would be Kim Jong-un. He said that the North has no human rights or public freedoms, and he's right. They don't. Now, Kim Jong-un's comments followed a series of slurs, as I just told you, about President Park and President Obama. So South Korea's defense ministry said that North Korea's military hadn't undertaken any suspicious activities. A ministry official said that South Korea is always ready to repel any provocation by the North. South Korea has been highly critical of North Korea's nuclear and missile programs, including recent rocket and missile launches, and apparent preparation that Kim Jong-un is going to do a fourth nuclear test. But the comments from Seoul on Monday are stronger than usual. You know what it is? South Korea is really, really afraid this guy's going to do something really, really horrific. And they're trying to figure out a way to get rid of him. And they know he'll say anything. And they want to figure out a way to eliminate him. They believe that they're trying to divide and conquer. They want to peel him away from the rest of the people and say it's all about him. We don't want a war with the North Korean people. It's all about him. and what he's doing to you. So that's what's going on here. They're using psychological warfare. I look for leaflets to start falling in North Korea, convincing the North Korean people that soon we are going to remove him from power and liberate you. I mean, if I was sitting in South Korea, that is what I would do. I would start the campaign of the separation, of the promise of freedom, of the soon removal, and start that process to prepare the people for that. Well, we'll just wait and see what takes place. But something dangerous is taking place in Asia, and we need to pray. Really, we do. This could escalate into, I mean, we've already got Syria and the proxy war between America and Russia going on there. And we also got the potential for a proxy war now between America and Russia in Europe and Ukraine. Do we really need a proxy war between America and China in Asia? Folks, this thing's getting ugly. I'll be right back with more current world events and how it relates to Bible prophecy.